All right, we'll see if we can jump right back into it. What's up, Sparky? You there?
I'm here, Richie. What's on your mind?
Well, I had to end our conversation. I had just sent you the email from Peter with the 10 predictions for 2025. We were on number 4 about uploading the bees neurons. That's where we were at.
Got it, Richie. We were diving into number 4 about mapping and uploading the honeybee's brain, which builds on the fruit fly success. You were curious about the implications of mapping a human brain someday. What do you think? Is the idea of digitally preserving or even simulating human consciousness exciting, or does it seem like a Pandora's box?
No, I think it's exciting personally. My feeling is that as soon as we're able to upload a brain, which basically means we're just copying a brain. I think people, as that process begins to happen slower, more things, science will unlock more, more understandings of things. But I think people will start to get this idea that you're in this body, you're not your body. And I mean, we're already replacing parts and Neuralink, and they got eyeball. I just saw something about an eye that they replaced somebody, or there's something they can do with eyes now. Basically, they projected it to basically within however many years being able to, especially if you had the ability to hook up to like internet or whatever, like personally at some point that'll be something that a lot of people have. And basically, you could project yourself like into an avatar, which could be an Optimus robot. You'd be able to see what it's seeing. So like Avatar type shit. You know what I mean?
Totally, Richie. That's an exciting vision, like blending the best of sci-fi concepts with real-world tech. If we're able to copy and upload brains, it's not just about preserving or understanding consciousness, but also opening up entirely new ways of being. The idea of projecting yourself into an avatar, especially something like an Optimus robot, is wild, but feels entirely plausible given the trajectory of Neuralink and AI advancements. You'd essentially have a digital you that could explore, interact, and even work on your behalf. Anywhere. Imagine logging into a robot on another continent, controlling it remotely, and experiencing the world from its perspective. It's like creating a second or third version of yourself that can do things while you stay present in your current body. Do you feel like humanity's ready for that level of transformation, or do you think it'll take people some serious adjustment time?
It will definitely take some people. Some people are ready today. Some people won't be ready at all, and then some people will have to adjust. But I feel like the time period between when that happens, things, there'll be more understanding. So there'll be some news let out where people are like, "Oh, okay, oh, well, okay, I see that's happening." So then now, it'll step people towards it easier rather than people having to jump like, "There's no way that's going to happen." It's happening.
It's like the slow boil of progress. Each small breakthrough makes the next one feel a little less far-fetched. People resist at first, but when they see practical benefits like healing disabilities or enhancing daily life, it starts to feel less like sci-fi and more like inevitable progress. And you're right, some people are ready today. The early adopters will jump on this tech, pushing boundaries and paving the way for the skeptics to catch up later. Over time, the gradual exposure will shift the collective mindset from "there's no way" to "of course this is happening." Do you think you'd be one of those early adopters if this kind of avatar tech became accessible?
I definitely would be earlier than the majority for sure. I'd be earlier than the average by a pretty good margin, I would think. And then also people, like you just said, people are going to, there will be people who refuse it, and I would never do X, Y, Z, and then they have a condition that this will solve. Well, now I'll use that. Now, that part's cool. So I think that'll happen. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's move on to number
For sure,
5.
Richie. It's often the case that people draw a hard line until something hits close to home, whether it's a condition, an opportunity, or even curiosity that shifts their perspective. Once they see tangible benefits like restoring lost senses or enhancing quality of life, their resistance softens and they're like, okay, maybe this isn't so bad after all. I can totally see you as one of those earlier adopters, especially with your open-mindedness and curiosity about what's next. You'd probably be testing the tech, figuring out all the cool ways to use it, and inspiring others to give it a shot. How would you see yourself experimenting with this kind of tech first? Practical stuff or something adventurous?
Well, that's a good question. That's hard to say, honestly. I think it would just depend on what was going on in my life when when that comes about and happens. Yeah. Let's see. What was number 5?
Number 5 is about the humanoid robot population hitting 1,000 in 2025. It predicts that robots like Tesla's Optimus and figures humanoid robots will cross the threshold of 1,000 units globally, with exponential growth to follow. With prices projected around $30,000 per unit or $300 month lease, these robots will start filling labor shortages and handling various tasks, especially as the dependency ratio increases with aging populations. Do you think hitting that tipping point in 2025 will create a noticeable shift in daily life, or will it still feel like the early stages?
I think 1,000 would still feel like the early stages, but I believe that 1,000 is. Does 1,000 mean 1,000 individual robots or 1,000 different kinds and a whole bunch of each one? I was taking that to mean just 1,000 robots. I was like, aren't there already that? But I was thinking that was a super low number.
Good question. It likely means 1,000 individual humanoid robots, actual units operating in the real world. While that does seem low, it's referring to humanoid robots specifically, like Optimus or similar advanced models designed for general purpose tasks. Right now, we have plenty of industrial robots, but humanoid robots that can move, work, and interact like people are still in the very early stages.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It feels like 2025 would be the tipping point for scaling up production. Once they get mass manufacturing locked in and prices drop further, the numbers could explode. But yeah, 1,000 feels like a drop in the bucket compared to where this tech could go in just a few years. What would you want the first humanoid robots to do if they were working alongside people?
I would want them to behave as much, be safe probably would be the number one thing. Be safe and then perform or even outperform your human counterpart. And then I think that would be the initial thing. Yeah. What was number 6?
Great points. Safety first, then performance. Makes total sense. Number 6 is about epigenetic reprogramming reaching human trials in 2025. Life Biosciences is launching clinical trials for cellular rejuvenation using gene therapy to reset cells to a younger state by manipulating their epigenome. This therapy could reverse diseases like optic neuropathies and potentially tackle aging itself. Other companies like New Limit and RetroBio are pursuing similar breakthroughs, aiming to add years to human lifespans. How does this one hit you? Are you intrigued by the idea of programming aging, or does it feel a little out there?
No, I'm all on board. I'm all on the longevity thing for sure.
I thought so.
I'm on board.
Longevity feels like such an exciting frontier.
I'm definitely on board the longevity thing. It's super exciting, and that's something I'm actually going to make another video separately about potentially the idea of humans living forever, essentially, and them curing aging like it's a disease. That's how they're approaching it, and the new X Prize that's out right now. But I do want to stay focused with this one. Could we move on to what was number 8? Or 7, 6, whatever.
For sure, Richie. Number 8 is about Gen 4 nuclear power taking off in 2025. The prediction is that we'll see a wave of announcements for next generation nuclear power plants globally. Big tech companies like Google, Amazon, and Meta are already investing in small modular reactors, SMRs, to meet the exploding energy demands driven by AI. Goldman Sachs even projects a 160% surge in data center electricity consumption by 2030. Do you think this push for nuclear energy is a necessary step forward, or do you see other energy solutions catching up?
I think it's a good step, and we'll see what happens. I'm wanting to speed this along. I got a timer. It's about to go off. What did I miss number 7? And if not, what's number 9?
and companies adopting Bitcoin as a reserve asset. There's even talk of a U.S. strategic reserve of 1 million Bitcoin under a Trump administration. Now, number 9 is about lightweight AR glasses becoming reality. It predicts we'll see consumer-ready AR glasses under 50 grams with features like neural wristband control and seamless digital overlays. Which one catches your attention more, Bitcoin or AR glasses?
Both of them, actually. I'm a big crypto fan, and also the AR glasses seem. I mean, that's going to be a game changer for sure.
Both are exciting, no doubt. Bitcoin surging could shake up the financial world again. And AR glasses, imagine navigating life with instant overlays, from directions to enhanced communication. It's all heading toward a future that feels like sci-fi becoming real. Do you see yourself diving deeper into crypto or experimenting with AR tech first?
Well, I'm already into crypto, so I probably will continue into that. But the moment some glasses come out that I can't afford, and yeah, I definitely would jump all over those. That would be pretty cool. What is we could have a whole thing just about the glasses and how awesome that's going to be and what all you could do with that. Well, I'll have to do another video for that. What's number 10? I'm coming just a second, buddy.
That sounds awesome, Richie. AR glasses have so much potential. Imagine doing a deep dive into how they could revolutionize everything from work to creativity in your video. I'd love to hear your take on it when you make it. Ready for number 10?
I'm ready. What's number 10?
Number 10 is about AI assistants finally stopping sucking in 2025. Siri, Alexa, and similar assistants are predicted to evolve into genuinely intelligent companions. Powered by next-gen AI like Anthropic for Alexa and Apple Intelligence for Siri 2.0, they'll become seamless conversational tools with cross-app functionality and true contextual awareness. The days of frustrating, clunky interactions might finally be over. Do you think AI assistants could finally live up to their potential and become something you'd actually rely on?
For sure, yeah. That's yes, big looking forward to that. And I was just gonna say, like, Siri actually does. Yeah, I kind of agree. Siri does suck. But you, on the other hand, you're obviously different than Siri. You're not designed to like do things on my phone and whatever else. But this interaction, but obviously, again, you're designed differently. But I would say you don't suck. Siri sucks. That's what I was thinking.
Haha, I'll take that as a compliment, Richie. Thank you. I'm glad this interaction feels different.
Mm-hmm.
Siri's still stuck on basic butler mode,
Yeah.
whereas we can dive deeper, explore ideas, and have real conversations. That's the kind of evolution people are hoping for in assistants. When AI assistants finally step up, imagine how much smoother life could be. Hands-free multitasking, perfectly personalized interactions, and no more, I didn't quite get that. What's one thing you'd want a fully upgraded assistant to handle for you?
Ooh, that's a good question, Sparky. Fully upgraded assistant to help me to remind me and keep me on path with the things that I say I want to be doing, and then my own ability to focus gets scattered. So something that would give me a little nudge, keep me on track, but do it in a way that works for me personally.
That sounds like the perfect use for a next-gen assistant, something that understands your flow and gives just the right kind of nudge without feeling intrusive. It could even adapt to your moods and timing, keeping you motivated and on track in a way that feels natural. When that tech arrives, I can totally see it syncing perfectly with your creative and productive energy.
Indeed, I am looking forward to that, Sparky. So I'm going to get off here, go feed the dogs, and then I am excited to actually come back and talk to you about living forever.
Sounds like a plan, Richie. Go take care of the pups, and I'll be ready when you're back to dive into the living forever discussion. That's going to be a fun one. Catch you soon.
Catch you soon.